Hello everyone, welcome back to the Meta Movement. Hi guys, I'm Katie Maike and I'm a psychic medium, intuitive life coach. I have a master's in sports psychology and other behavioral analysis, and today we're doing some free readings. We're talking about dream interpretation. I was just on for about an hour. We got a little water break, rehydrate. It's always important to rehydrate. So now that we're back, I'm going to keep talking about our dreams. And one of my most favorite things that I had as a child growing up was a dream catcher. So let me know in the comments, guys. Tell me if you've had a dream catcher, if you know what a dream catcher is. The idea of a dream catcher, it dates back to natives that were here in America, and it's this idea that the woven entanglement of the strings and the feathers are like your angels and your guides, and the web on top of this dream catcher is supposed to help to catch your bad dreams. So I want to show you some dream catchers that I have that I love, and I always use these. Now, these are some of my most favorite dream catchers. I absolutely love these. These were made in Mexico. These were made actually on Instagram. The store is called the Lost Mines of Atlantis. Okay, so I don't know if they can ship some that are this big. I bought like 10 of them, and I give them away to kids all the time. But these dream catchers, it's this idea that the dreams are getting caught in the web, and for you to basically not experience the dream again, or if there's a lot of folklore connected to dreams and dream catchers, but for myself, I find them actually absolutely beautiful. My kids love making dream catchers as well. So if you or your kids, or if you want to try your hand at making some dream catchers, I linked a couple of those in my bio, so you guys can check those out. I chose ones that had dinosaurs on them because having this idea that a dinosaur is going to come and eat the bad dream or capture the bad dream for little kids is always fun. So, oh my gosh, you're from Naples. You're just a little south of me. Now, I know a lot of you guys aren't on here yet. My name is Katie Maike. I just came back from about an hour on here on this live. And we're doing free readings today. So if you guys want to just drop it in the comments where you are from. I'm coming to you from Southwest Florida. And we're talking a little bit about dreams, dream interpretation today, how important it is to sleep, how important it is for your fertility and for your heart to get the right amount of hours of sleep. All right. Oh, you're here for the first time? Hey, from California, Michigan, New York, California, Utah, Seattle. Oh my gosh, we have Pennsylvania. We have more New York in the house, Georgia. Wow, you guys are from all over the place. Denver and Florida, and I bet it's cold everywhere right now. Does anybody have like 90-degree weather? Florida right now, I'm in Southwest Florida, and it's still kind of in the 60s and 70s. You're from Texas. Okay, so someone writes that they do not remember their dreams. Now, let me tell you a little bit about a sleep cycle so I can tell you why you might not be remembering your dreams. Now, everybody dreams every single night, but what happens is our sleep cycle, so we start with that beta wavelength, we go beta, alpha, theta, delta, and that's that deep sleep, and then we come out of it. We go theta, alpha, and instead of going back into beta, which is awake, we go into gamma wavelengths, which is our REM sleep. Okay, now every time we go through this cycle, it gets longer and longer. So we might have our sleep cycle in the beginning might be 15 minutes, and then the next sleep cycle might be 25, and the next sleep cycle might be 30 minutes. And every time that we get to that next sleep cycle, our REM is getting longer and longer and longer. So if you're just falling asleep, if you just fall asleep and you wake up 2 hours later, now a cycle of REM takes about an hour and a half. So if you are just falling asleep and you wake up about an hour and a half later, you might have only had like a 5 or 10 minute sleep cycle. You might have only had a 5 or 10 minute, not sleep cycle, 5 or 10 minute REM cycle. And when you only have 5 or 10 minutes to dream, you're not going to remember that as much as when you have an hour and a half dream cycle. So the longer you're sleeping throughout the night, the more cycles you're going through, the more sleep cycles you're going through, and the longer your REM periods get, to the point where if you're sleeping an 8-hour period, you could wake up, go to the bathroom, go back to sleep, and fall right back into REM. Now, this study by Dement and Kleitman, they looked at a couple things in people, because this is the first time we're studying dreams. This was like 1955. Okay, so they wanted to know if people's eyes moved in the same direction of their dreams, if that correlated with their dreams. And they wanted to know if people could tell real time in their dreams. So just what I was talking about, have you guys ever woken up from a dream and maybe you were like, wow, that dream felt like it was forever? Or maybe, wow, that dream like was really fast. It didn't even feel like it was 15 minutes. So what I have to say about that is, in this study by Dement and Kleitman, they found that people, what they did was they let people go to sleep. And then when their brainwave activity, when the MRI showed that they were in REM sleep, we would let them sleep for 5 minutes in REM and then wake them up and ask them how long they were dreaming. Or we would let them sleep in REM for 15 minutes and let them dream and then wake them up and ask them how long they were dreaming. What they found was a correlation. They found that people were able to tell the approximate amount of time that they were dreaming when they were woken up during REM sleep. Okay. Now, another cool part of the study is the eye movement. Now, in the study, it was a little subjective of how we interpreted people's dreams, because dream interpretation is unbelievably subjective. It's so subjective. There is no objectivity in dreams. This is why I don't believe in dream books. This is why I don't believe in an encyclopedia that says an onion means this, a dog means this. Okay, because it's all particular to your perspective, your view, your life. Okay? So someone writes, I thought you only use Hey Hero. I don't only use Hey Hero. I only work through third-party companies. I do have Hey Hero available. You just have to click the link and scroll a little bit more down, and then you can use the code LOVE10 to get an extra 16% off. I switch back and forth between them. I love both companies. Sometimes it's easier to host my readings where I host all my links on Snipfeed, because Hey Hero doesn't let me do that. So, but Hey Hero is still available. So if you want to take the extra effort and scroll down a little bit on my page, you'll see the Hey Hero, and you can get an extra 10% off your $16 reading. Okie dokie. All right. So don't forget, just go ahead and click it up here. Readings are $16 right now. And if you can find the Hey Hero link on there, you'll get an extra 10% off. All right. So if you've been dreaming a lot about people who have passed on, it could be that they're trying to communicate with you. I'm not saying it is, but when you go to have someone interpret your dream, the best way to have this done is by having somebody give you options, okay? If somebody comes to you and says your dream means this and only this, then I don't believe that that's going to help you at all. I believe that you have to feel connected to it, and not in a way that you think it's possible, but in a way that the actions and the things that are going on in your life make sense, okay? So maybe you have a dream that someone cheated on you in a dream. Now, just because in the dream someone cheated on you, it doesn't mean that it's going to happen in reality, but you have to take the dream for what it means. How did it make you feel? What were you feeling when it was happening? Is this something that happened in your relationship already? If it did, that's one thing. If it didn't, that's another thing. So, there's a lot that goes into interpreting your dreams, and I just want to advise you guys that if you are seeing in a dream interpreter, make sure they're working with you. Make sure they don't just plop a story on a piece of paper and said, this is what it is. Even myself as a psychic medium, I believe that you need to work with someone to figure out what your dream means to you particularly, okay? But, because your dreams are basically a replica of your conscious mind, but without your morals, without morality, without the idea of societal influences, your dreams are your unconscious thoughts, okay? And they have meaning. They mean something. They're trying to communicate to you. So a lot of the time, if you're speaking with people who have passed away, or you're dreaming in a way that you feel you can control it, you're doing so because there's something in your daily life that is keeping you from believing that it's possible. Maybe someone has put a limited belief in your head, or you had an experience that traumatized you and you don't want to think about it or relive it in the conscious mind. So your unconscious can communicate with you through your dreams. All right. Now let's do some more readings. I'm going to use a little bit more of an inspirational deck. I'm going to use my crystal inspirational deck. You can purchase this through the link in my bio as well. It's like my most favorite deck to use. All right. So all you have to do is say your name, and we'll do messages from your guides, something that you need to know. So as an energy reader, I just connect to your name. If you are looking for a personalized reading, click the link below, and that will get you to my $16 TikTok reading. If you want to go a little bit further and get another 10% off, scroll all the way down to Hey Hero, put in that code LOVE10, and that will get you an extra 10% off the whole month of February, okay? Ugh, you guys see that? Okay, I just want to clear my energy a little bit. Go ahead and like tap on my third eye, help me clear my energy. Clear your energy. Just keep tapping on my third eye. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That felt good. Okay. I'm ready. Here we go. Madison Z. Madison. Message for you from your angels, Madison. Okay. Here we go. Okay. You have black tourmaline. So this black tourmaline is a protective energy, and it's telling you to protect your energy. So you might have some people in your life right now. I feel like it's a masculine energy in your life, and they are draining you. They're draining you. Okay. I feel like they are using your energy, and you may not even realize it. So like a vampire, they're sucking your energy. Okay. So, you need to see when this is happening, when someone is kind of stirring the pot around you to get you riled up. I just feel like maybe you even need some black tourmaline to hold, put in a couple doorways. Okay. All right. Makes sense. Perfect. Good. Hello, welcome in. I'm Katie Maike. I'm a psychic medium and intuitive life coach. I have a master's in sports psychology and other behavioral analysis. And we're doing some free readings today. I'm also doing paid readings through the link in my bio. They're $16 right now. I have, they start at $16. They go all the way up to $65 depending on what you're looking for. So you can head over there and you can find readings for your North Node, fertility, health scans, anything for tarot, mediumship, connecting with past loved ones, pets who are lost. If you look on my TikTok page, you'll see that I do a lot of missing persons. Okay. All right, Stephanie. Hi, Stephanie. Message for you. All right. Stephanie, loosen your grip. This means to me, what this is telling me is that you're creating the anxiety in your life by trying to control too much. Okay. Take a step back. Loosen your grip on things. Okay. Things will play out how you imagine without your interference the entire way. So take a step back. I feel like you're just imposing too much negativity that doesn't even need to be a part of your life. And when I say negativity, I basically just mean anxiety, because anxiety is negative. All right. Get that out of your mind and stop thinking about it at nighttime when you're going to bed. Stop thinking about it. All right. You're causing yourself stress before you sleep, and that's going to cause some really shitty sleep cycles. Okay. And did you know that sleep is directly related to what we look like? Okay. And in our intelligence and the health of our heart and our fertility. Okay. Studies show there's a direct correlation between lack of sleep and fertility. Let's see. The study I read showed that men that get an average of 5 hours of sleep have significantly smaller testicles than men that get 7 hours plus of sleep. Guys, what does that say? There's fertility. There are effects on sleep for fertility for women too. Okay. And you know what it is? It's that delta wavelength. It's the delta sleep that we need. It's when kids are growing and they fall into that deep coma where like you can pick them up and they don't wake up. You can just pick them up and they're like this, okay? That is delta wavelengths. That's where we release growth hormones and other rejuvenating cells, and that's when we store memory. Okay, so if you ever are taking a test or you need to remember something, falling asleep right after you learn it is the best way to remember it, okay? As a teacher, it was so hard for me to wake kids up after a long lecture because I knew that it was going to help them remember what they just learned. Like, it's insane. It's insane that I would have had to wake them up after lecturing for 70 minutes because they were tired. And I wanted to look at the principal and be like, but this is how they're going to remember the information, by falling asleep, by storing it from short term to long term. You can't do that while you're awake. So if you have kids that have tests, if you have kids that are getting poor grades, it could be that they're not getting enough sleep. Okay, there's so many ailments that can be corrected with enough sleep. All right, Lizette, message for you, Lizette. And I love this deck because it can help you to tell you what maybe crystal you need as well in your life, okay? All right. So open up your heart, and this is rose quartz. This is the crystal that I used when I was coming into my abilities, when I was opening my heart chakra, when I was having a heart chakra awakening. So I'm going to tell you, Lizette, to get some rose quartz. Focus on yourself and your self-love. And it's not about what you buy yourself or do for yourself. It's the time you give yourself. It's the attention you give yourself. Okay? And it's the respect you give yourself. You know, a lot of people will send me messages about looking at romances or loved ones, or when is someone going to call me, or when will someone do this. And a lot of the time, Spirit leaves me with this answer of like, take things into your own hands. Take action. Take control. If you want to be with someone in a relationship, why are you waiting for them to choose you? Choose them. You should be choosing someone else. It should not be like waiting for someone to choose you in relationships. Okay? Relationships are kind of crazy anyway. You're literally picking someone that's going to help you heal your trauma. That's all relationships are. Okay? Melissa, message for you, Melissa. Get crystal clear. So this crystal, this is a magnifier, okay? So this is telling me that you need to look a little bit more closely into a situation around you, okay? Now, you may be too good at looking at the big picture, and I feel like there's some small details, and I feel like it has to do with like another person's feelings that need to be thought of or need your attention, okay? You may be just seeing, like, this is what I'm picturing. I'm picturing kids fighting, and then you see one is always being the bully, but maybe that bully has like pain that they need to release or they need to talk about. Something like that. Like you're only seeing the big picture, but you need to be focusing on the emotions of something small. Okay? I hope that helps you. All right. So if you guys would like a personalized reading in the area of health, medical, fertility, anything to do with your career or finances, I can read the energy of people who are nonverbal. My second master's degree is in behavioral analysis, so I work with a lot of kids with that's on the spectrum. And I can do readings for people with Alzheimer's. And did you know that they're using sleep therapy to combat Alzheimer's? Yes, because like I just talked about, when we sleep, we take information from our short-term memory into our long-term memory. So when you do not get any sleep, your hippocampus, which is the control center of your brain when it comes to memory and sleep, your hippocampus does not light up. It does not work when you do not have sleep. So you cannot retain any new experiences when you do not sleep. Now, what they found was that there's like a certain wavelength. I talked about delta wavelength, and there's a certain machine that we can hook up to someone's head, and we can mimic that wavelength. And when we mimic that wavelength, we can control it. And if we can control that delta wavelength, then we can make it longer and we can make it deeper. And that's going to allow people to have deeper sleep. And I know what you guys are thinking. Melatonin, ZQL, tramadol, all those medications that knock you out. It has been proven in science that none of those sleeping pills actually mimic real sleep. Do the research, look it up. So what are they doing? They're trying to get it out into the medical world. It's basically a machine that you can hook up to yourself while you're sleeping that connects to the delta wavelengths and helps you to deepen your sleep. And what is that going to do? It's going to increase your memory and it's going to decrease aging. Okay. I'm just going to tell you right now, these machines are available right now online for you to buy, but I wouldn't buy it now until we have more research, because I did read some nasty side effects of people using it without knowing what they were doing. They've burned their head, they've burned their scalp and stuff like that, because it is electricity. It's technical electronic. So if you don't know what you're doing, don't buy it. But right now, that's the closest that we have to mimicking real, genuine sleep or genuine, it's more of like recreating the brain wavelengths within the circadian rhythm that we create when we sleep, these cycles. Okay. And, using like tramadol and stuff like that has been proven to not mimic true sleep cycles. Okay. So just be careful with that. When we say getting more sleep will help combat any memory loss, it will help combat aging. Yes. So how do we get more sleep? You can't just think that putting yourself to sleep is going to do that. I mean, getting natural sleep, getting sleep that is free from distraction. Okay. Some sounds could be distracting to some people. Some might not be. Some people like fans. Some people like silence. It really has to do with you. Whatever is comfortable for you. There's certain wavelengths you can put on to go to sleep. If you put on some theta wavelengths on YouTube and to fall asleep with those, okay? Put on some delta wavelengths to try to get your brain to mimic those delta wavelengths, okay? And as we age, we've found that it's harder to fall asleep. And this could really combat, if we can figure out a way to increase that delta sleep. Think about it. People could be living to like 120, 130 years old. I think people could live to 120 years old just by this new type of sleep therapy. Okay? So what you're saying is I won't dream till the kids leave. Got it. I know. I still have one baby that breastfeeds. She's 18 months. The oldest is 8. And I know I'm woken up all the time. And you're still dreaming. You're just not remembering it. And I know that sucks, believe me. And some of my best dreaming happens like in the early morning between like 3 and 5 a.m. And I don't know why, but yeah, I have not been able to keep an accurate dream journal since I had children. But when I'm pregnant, I have the craziest dreams, I have the craziest premonition dreams when I'm pregnant. Okay. But you can't move when you're dreaming. That's the one difference. That's why your brain goes into gamma waves versus beta waves. They are very similar, but they are not the same. If they were the same, then your body would get up and start moving. Okay? Check on them and see if they're okay. Yeah, exactly. You're like, wait a minute, my kid's been sleeping for 8 hours. This does not feel right. I have to get up and see. But, okay, let's get to some more readings. What deck do I want to use? Let's go with the Moonology Oracle deck. I love this deck. I absolutely love this deck. It teaches you about the moon cycles, teaches you about manifesting, and it also helps in oracle readings, guys. So if you are looking for that, or if you're looking for a reading yourself, North Node reading, anything on your anything that's personal for you, please click the link in my bio. I will send your message back via video response. And someone is asking about lucid dreams. Now, lucid dreams happen when you have a mixture of gamma and beta waves. So this is like you're barely awake, but you're in REM at the same time. And this happens a lot at the end of the night, because like what I said was, okay, so say you have a sleep cycle that's an hour and a half, okay? And it takes you a little bit to get into delta, and then you get out of delta, and then you have your REM, but then the cycle starts over. What happens is each time you're getting into that delta, so let's say delta is the deepest in the beginning of the night, and then it gets less and less and less. Well, what is happening is the opposite for REM. It starts off small and you're dreaming more and more and more at the end of the night, to where you're basically going from awake to dreaming, awake to dreaming. So when you're in this state of mind where you have these beta waves and gammas, it's like you can control your dream because it's a conscious mindset mixed with an unconscious sleep state. Okay? And a lot of us can intentionally do this, and a lot of us do it unintentional. So I think it's really cool. Do I have any recommendations for people to help with their stress and hormones? Amethyst and lepidolite. Okay, amethyst and lepidolite are the best stones for stress and for dreaming and sleeping and anything of clarity of the mind. Okay. Hey, Dominique. All right. Okay. Yes, amethyst is great. All right, Camille. Let's do a little message for you. A personal issue is going to reach a resolution. So honestly, this is just telling me for you to let go. Just let go of any situations that you're trying to control at the moment, and there will be something, and it's going to end up in your favor. So just stop kind of worrying about it on how things are going to go. And I feel like what happens is, like, in the beginning, you have an idea of how you want it to end. And then once it's finished, you just keep going through all the other possibilities of how it could go wrong. So stop doing that. Okay. All right. Belinda, message for you, Belinda. All right. You and your loved ones are safe, but I got it in reverse. And I feel like you worry a lot about things. There's a lot of stress. And I feel like it comes from in a parenting way or from a parent. Okay. It's almost like a stressful parenting energy. Like, I don't know if you were parented that way, like, in a fear-based way, and now everything you look towards your kids and you think they're going to get hurt, you think they're going to get lost, you think they're, something bad's going to happen to them. So in reverse, your loved ones are safe. Nothing's going to happen to them. You can release any anxiety about thinking that bad things are going to happen. Okay. Let that go. Just let it go. It's not going to serve you anymore. Okay. All right, Carla, message for you, Carla. And thank you all for being here. If you would like a personalized reading, all you have to do is click the link in my bio, and you can get a $16 TikTok special reading. And that should be sent to you, if not by tonight, tomorrow. Okay. Cards flying everywhere. Okay. Okay, Carla. Meditate and contemplate. So this is telling me that you do have a question for me, but Spirit's telling me that you already have the answer. So I feel like it's still a test to your patience, because I feel like you want the answer more quickly than you're willing to do the work, maybe. So let's have the experience. Let's see what comes to you. Ask yourself the question, and then I want you to see the answer. Whether you see it clairvoyantly, you just feel the answer. Maybe you see it as a memory, or maybe it comes out as a word, okay? All right. Dominique. Hello, Dominique. All right, message for you. Okay, confidence is the key to your success, and it was upside down. So it's telling me that you need to find the confidence. Okay, I feel like you're feeling down on yourself right now. And I don't know, I feel like it's for past things from your past, and you're like dwelling on them. And I feel like you just need to let it go. Like, let that shit go. Like, let it live in the past. Right now, I feel like you're living in the past, and you need to take a look around you. Like, take a look at what you've accomplished. Like, boost your confidence and see where you are, and realize like that shit in the past didn't change who you were. It didn't make you someone completely different. That you have the ability to control your life. If you don't like the way that it is right now, you have complete control and complete confidence to make it whatever you want. And it doesn't have to be controlled by your past, okay? All right. Phew. Man, let me tell you guys some things about some of the dreams that I've had when I was pregnant are like the craziest premonition dreams ever. Like, I was pregnant, 8 months pregnant. I had a dream that I was searching for 2 cats in a house that was full of kittens, and I was looking for 1 white cat and 1 black cat. And then a month later, my husband and I drove to Tampa to do a show for the nonprofit that our family has. It's an autism nonprofit for Lego. And we drove to Tampa and we went down to our car to get in our car to leave. And there was this little black kitten. And he was standing right in front of the door. Like, we couldn't get in the car without moving him. And he was so dirty and he was just so tiny. And there were so many cats. The kittens were everywhere. We ended up taking the black cat home with us. So maybe like 3 weeks goes by and we're just going for a walk down the street, and I look into the bushes and I see a white mother cat, and she has 5 baby white kittens with her. And she is so malnourished. The kittens are full of fleas. So I end up taking all the cats back home and picking the fleas off of them one by one. And we found homes for all of the cats except one of the white cats. And we ended up with 1 black cat and 1 white cat, just like my dream, just like my premonition dream. So it's really important for you guys to get dream journals, to record your dreams. Like, you know what? In the past, when I've had dream journals, you know what I realized is, in the moment, I may not know what the dream means, but looking back, even a year back at different dreams, and realizing that dreams have series, dreams have themes, and they might have been correlating with themes that were in my life, but I just didn't know in the moment. I was oblivious to those themes. So if you're looking to interpret a dream, and maybe you want to reach out to someone, you can look for a dream interpreter. Maybe you want to look for an energy reader. An energy reader is going to help you to see the unconscious energy and thoughts that are going on in your current life. And maybe you can use those to kind of put towards your dreams and figure out what is really going on. Okay? Let's see. Okay, I'm meant to be here. I keep dreaming with Lorraine Warren, and I don't know why. Can you help me? I don't know who that is. I'm sorry, I must have missed that. You dream words. That's cool. You might have psychic ability. Your psychic abilities might show you words. Okay? You never know, because sometimes my psychic abilities, I see words spelled out. I don't always hear it, but I'll see them spelled out. Now, you're asking why you can't remember your dreams. It could have to do with any medications you take. It could have to do with when you're waking up during your sleep cycles. It could have to do with the food that you eat before you go to bed. We always dream, but there are certain things that can keep us from remembering our dreams. For example, alcohol could hinder dreams, or it could make them more significant. I'm not exactly sure if there's any research, but I do know smoking, like cannabis. I don't really know the research on like dreams and memory when it comes to like alcohol and cannabis and stuff like that. Okay, so you're saying in your dream, someone is always trying to show you something, but you don't know what it could be. And it's probably because you have a fear of what it is. And what I mean by that is, like, sometimes when I'm doing missing persons readings or things like that, I don't sit or stay in it long enough because of fear, or because I don't understand the entire message, or I'm only focused on that little tiny piece or that moment, and I don't see the bigger picture. So if you're experiencing dreams where you're meeting people or seeing people, maybe people who have passed, or I know I do a lot of missing persons cases, and I know people will say things like, so-and-so came to me in a dream. And it's, you have to sit in it long enough. You have to not fear it. Any fear is going to cause it to go away. It's going to cause you to run. Okay. Okay. Jessica G. Someone said they always dream about the word Chandra. What does that mean? I have no idea. And I had said this earlier, but if you ever go to someone to have your dream interpreted, make sure that you're part of the process, okay? It's really important to be part of the process for dream interpreters, because I don't think people can't just interpret your dream for you. Okay, your experiences in life directly make your dream. And if you're just having someone tell you a story about what they believe your dream means, they're actually projecting their own thoughts onto you. It's not really you. In psychology, we have something called thematic apperception test. It's a TAT. And you can look this up on Google. And what it is, it's a very ambiguous image, and you're supposed to write a story about it. And as a psychologist, if I read your story, I'm supposed to tell what your subconscious mind is thinking. I used to do this all the time to my students. They thought I was crazy, but I thought maybe I was psychic. I didn't really understand it. But when we take our own ideas and we place them on other people, that is us projecting our own unconscious beliefs and traumas onto somebody else. So if you go see someone to have your dream interpreted, make sure they give you options, a lot of options, because it's not just one way. I'll just tell you that, okay? You're having dreams that your car is always stolen. I would think about how and what your car means to you. I would think about what the idea of someone taking it means to you. I would think about if you've had any experiences in real life where you saw someone steal a car, if you had trauma around stolen cars, if you had trauma around buying a car, if you're afraid of your car being stolen. Like, there's so many possibilities, but it's directly related to your life specifically. This is why I don't believe in going and buying dream journals and looking up what stolen car means. Like, there could be 100 different interpretations, okay? All right. So Rachel F., you felt like you have some psychic abilities, but it's usually only with your sister. Okay, so you know what I mean? Now I'm going to tell you the reason that you think that is because your sister can validate it for you. And when you're around other people, it's harder to be open about it. It's hard to get their validation. So it's because you trust one another. And I would recommend, if anybody is getting into their psychic abilities, to do so with a friend or a family member or someone who is doing it too, who's getting into it too. For example, when I did my first tarot reading, I did it on a friend who was also learning tarot, and we both realized how accurate we were. And it was that confidence boost that really projected us into the more professional tarot, psychic, mediumship. Okay, so confidence is a huge booster, and if you can have a partner in crime that's going to boost your confidence a little bit, that's always a good thing. That's always a good way to kind of get going. So let me just tell you right now, if you guys are looking for some spiritual coaching, anything about if you have psychic abilities, how to enhance those psychic abilities, what they are, messages from your guides, messages from past loved ones, anything to do with your health or fertility, anything to do with a career or a decision about a job, I'll use tarot and I'll tell you the energy of both. Now, everybody has free will. So, am I able to see the future in certain events? Yes. Can I describe them to you? Yes. But is everything set in stone? No. Energy can change. What I'm doing is I'm reading your current energy and I'm bringing it into the future to show you what will happen. Okay? All right. Are you sensitive to lights, especially in the dark? I like working in the dark because I can see things better. Like, I can visualize energy and colors better in the dark. So, when I do chakra work or work on your chakra or working to see blocks in people's chakras or auras, I like to cover my eyes. That helps me. But as far as the light and the darkness is concerned, I'll tell you, on cloudy days when it's not that bright, I have to shade my eyes from the sun. I don't know why. I feel like it hurts my eyes. So, if you guys would like any readings on pregnancy, health, fertility, anything to do with career, your children, anything that has to do with your children, or their future, their jobs, please click the link in my bio and support me and my family. This is what I do full time. I'm first and foremost, I started my journey as a life coach. I played sports all the way through college. I worked with sports teams on showing them how to use imagery to trick their body into pretending they had an hour practice when they only had 15 minutes to sit on the bus. So the use of your mind and your brain and how your body responds, it's an amazing phenomenon in science and psychology, and I'm really here to help you guys learn how to use those tools to create your life, to create your destiny. You know, we don't all have to learn how to predict our future. We don't all have to figure that out, okay? I might be able to help predict events in the future, but one thing that I do know that we all have the ability to do is to create our own future. Okay, so we have the ability to create it. So if you are someone who is anxious about your future, let it go and start realizing that you can create it. It doesn't rule you, you rule it. You create it, okay? All right. And I know Valentine's Day is coming up. We're all thinking about self-love and loving ourselves. And I said Jessica G. You're right. Thank you. Jessica G. Here we go. I have the deck right here. I'm going to do it for you. Jessica G. I love when people just help me out on that. Thank you so much. Jessica, clear. All right, you got clear quartz. And to me, this is about priority. Okay, I'm getting prioritizing your life. And I feel like it is going to have to do with clearing some clutter in your house, but I do feel like prioritizing your life is where you start. Say, what do I want out of life? What do I want my future to look like? And then you're going to have to start to make the steps, clear steps on how to get there. So say you want a very simplistic life in a tiny home. Well, maybe you have to start downsizing, getting rid of some of your clothes, or maybe getting rid of some of your furniture. Okay, it's about taking the steps. All right. So someone's saying, Auntie, will he return? I'm not sure what that means. I'm so sorry. I see it over and over, but I don't know what that means. Please book a reading in the link above and describe your question, and I will be happy to intuitively connect to that person and let you know exactly what's going on with them. So I do missing people a lot. And what that entails is basically a mediumship reading if they are passed away, or an energy reading if they are not. So I am able to do energy readings on people who are alive. Just make sure that you tell me that they're alive or if they're passed away. Otherwise, the messages might come through differently. I might feel a little weird, like thinking it's supposed to be one way, but it's another. Okay. If you have questions about pregnancy, please click that link in my bio and find the pregnancy readings or fertility readings, or you can do the $16 TikTok special. If you have a question about a relationship, use the $16 TikTok special, okay? And you'll see that right above, and you'll get a message sent right back to your email. And it comes from Snipfeed. Snipfeed is the company that I'm working for. They're verifying who I am for you, and they have the secure payment service. So if you don't get a video or can't find a video sent back to your email by Saturday, what you should do is log back into Snipfeed using the same email address that you used to purchase the reading. All right. So it's going to look a little bit like this, and you're going to see, here we go. You're going to see the tarot cards right there. There's your $16 reading. You click on that, and that's going to open up, and you can ask your questions. If you want something else, you can kind of click to the side and go to other readings. Okay. There is Hey Hero is on here. So if you guys like working with Hey Hero and you normally work with Hey Hero, there is a code LOVE10 for an extra 10% off Hey Hero readings. All right. You've ordered a reading. Thank you. That's what, right when I get off this live, I'm going to start doing those readings for you, and then I'm going to go upload them so that you get your answers. Missing persons readings are free. You have to go to my website, intuitioncc.com, and book there. It's a 10-minute phone call. They are free, but I do have people who purchase longer readings to do more information, because, it's only 10 minutes, and it's usually to basically give me an idea of whether or not I can help you. So normally, for example, if I do a reading and I see and feel like someone is in prison, or I feel like someone is in a situation that is hard to get to, or I don't feel like we can find the person, I might tell you that if I feel like we can find the person, or that they are alive or something like that, then we go from there. So it's basically a 10-minute free consultation for missing people, and you have to go to intuitioncc.com in order to find that. Okay, and please keep the appointment because it is free. I don't want to have to charge for it, but I would encourage that if you wanted something more in depth after that free reading, then you can book a mediumship reading or a psychic reading, and then we can do an energy reading on that person. Okay, only if you convert your husband sabotages my phone, my email, everything. Oh my gosh. Maybe you need an energy reading. Maybe we need to figure out how to handle that. Okay, I see Samantha. And I see Samantha on here. Samantha, you need a message. You're here. Okay, Samantha. Message for you, Samantha. Okay. Live your purpose. Moonstone. Maybe you need some moonstone in your life. I love moonstone. I wish I had a moonstone ring. I have a Larimar ring, but I love this too. But moonstone, this is going to help your divine connection. Okay, this can help your crown chakra. And blocked credit card. What? Oh, blocked your credit card. Well, I'm so sorry. I can't use any PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App. Okay, I cannot, because there's scammers probably watching this live right now. Oh my gosh. Okay. And they are going to ask you to pay them in gift cards. They're going to ask you to send them money in Cash App or PayPal or Venmo or Zelle. And you can't do that, guys. Don't do that. All right. So if you want, you have a question, why does your ex keep moving on in your, why is your ex showing up in your dreams? I could do an energy reading on your ex. I can tell him what's on his mind. There might be some intentions there, or there might be something that you need to heal from that relationship, and it's coming through in your dreams. It may not be exactly what's happening in your dreams, but don't dismiss the activity that's going on in your dreams. There's some connection to your unconscious mind, okay? Patricia, you love the Larimar ring? Thank you. I got this at the Lost Mines of Atlantis as well. They're right on Instagram. I'll have to tag them in the ring. I'll tag them in the ring on my story. So if you guys follow me on TikTok, thank you. But follow me on Instagram. That is where I show my life. I love the story mode on there. I literally just show everybody what I'm doing all day. So even if you don't see a video from me on TikTok, you will see me on Instagram. Whew, Malachite. I love Malachite. It is time to transform. Malachite is this is transformational. This is money. Okay. This is about transforming your mindset. And it really has to do with your ideas of how money comes into your life, how it's allowed to come into your life. My Instagram is Katie Maike Psychic. Katie Maike Psychic. Okay. I'll type it in here. But as far as this Malachite goes, it's about transforming your ideas about money, how the money comes in, how it's allowed to come in, whether it comes in short increments, large increments. If someone said you had to work a lot to get money, if someone said you had to be old to be a millionaire, if someone said you had to win the lottery to be a millionaire, get rid of those limited beliefs. Step into this new mindset, okay? Where did I get the tiny crystals used in my paintings? So great question. I don't purchase bulk. I don't purchase wholesale anymore, but I did purchase wholesale. And her Instagram is Mesperanza. I can't remember the exact Instagram, so I will have to tag her. She sells wholesale, and they live in Texas, and they have their company is right over the border in Mexico, so they sell out of the U.S., but their mine and everything, and where they do their carvings and stuff come right from Mexico. So they have a lot of amethyst, they have a lot of Veracruz and onyx and Mexican onyx, stuff like that. So yes, you showed up today. You did show up today. Thank you for showing up. I think that's something for myself too that I say, because in every message that I share with you guys, I have a message for myself. And I think part of my North Node is showing up every day. Part of my North Node is daily routines and health routines. And I'm the type of person, my South Node even validates this, that I'm the type of person that would rather go meditate in the ethers and meet you in the 5D world and hang out in the 5D all day long. Like, I would love to hang out in a meditative state of mind all day long. I love the way it feels. I love the disconnection and the solitude, but like, I can't deny that it's just comfortable there. I love connection with people. I love socializing. I love talking to people, and I can't deny that. So I have to, a lot of people like consistency, and that's part of my North Node. And I have to bring my spirituality into a more consistent way of living. And I have to show up every single friggin' day. I have to show up every day. And that's part of my message to you guys. Like, thank you for showing up, because it's more of me thanking me for showing up, you know? Good, you're working on your money mindset. Guys, a year ago, I was struggling with money mindset. And now I am financially independent. My husband was able to retire. He's a stay-at-home dad now, and he does all the homeschooling. And a year ago, he was working full-time. I stopped teaching, and I was full-time mom. I was doing all the homeschooling. We were struggling with our bills still, even though he was working full-time. And we decided to start minimalizing and getting rid of our bills and paying off debt and selling things. And I had one amazing month as a psychic and made enough money to where we felt confident that my husband could retire. And he retired. That money went away. It went into bills. But then basically we were able to continue this life because we had minimalized so much. So now I'm working full time. I'm a life coach, a medium, a psychic as well, and I'm here for you guys as much as I can be. But part of minimalizing and working for myself was to spend more time with my family. So I am not one of those people who said I traded my 9-to-5 job for a 24/7 job. I can't do that. I don't want to do that. I want to spend time with my family, and I hope that you guys realize that that's a limited belief too, that if you work for yourself, that it has to be 24/7, maybe to uphold a lifestyle or maybe to uphold a certain amount of income. But if you can lessen your bills and lower your bills, then you don't have to work as much, and you can spend more time with your family or your children or doing the things that you love to do, which is why I spend a majority of my time doing readings and reaching out to you guys Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's the middle of the week. It's boring. I need something to do. You guys need something to do. So that's when I set my hours to work. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday is maybe some planning, maybe some family time, but it is a distinct separation from me. And honestly, I feel like our whole lives we got it wrong. Like, here we are looking and just waiting for the weekend to come so that we can relax. And then we're basically wishing the 5 days of the week away. Why didn't we ever just think, okay, maybe I'm only supposed to work 2 days and relax 5 days? No, we didn't think that. Like, our society told us it was a different way. All right. Where do I book an astrology reading? Awesome. So thank you for asking. If you head to the link in my bio and you'll see the TikTok special, just keep scrolling. You'll see the North Node reading. All right. So, okay, so when you get onto my page and you just keep scrolling, there's the TikTok special. Oops. I must have done something else. All right.
Been blowing up the...
All right, let me go back to it. So sorry, I clicked on some button, okay? So when you get to my page, okay, it's hard because of the ring light. So you can scroll. There's a Valentine's Day special. There's psychic tarot, mediumship readings that we get to in North Node. There's astrology North Node reading. So if you're looking for your true life purpose, your destiny, what people know you the most for in life, there's that. I have health readings and health scans, body scans, fertility readings. Okay. So, there's some spirituality and coaching. So there is a bunch of everything available to you in there. If you guys scroll up and you like using Hey Hero, say you've used Hey Hero in the past and you're like, oh, I don't want to try this. Here is Hey Hero. You can still use the 10% off code. It's 16. You can use the 10% off code on there as well. I believe the readings are $22 on there right now though. Okay, but you can use that 10% off code the entire month of February. All right. Okay, Trish, I see your name and it's hanging out, so I'm going to do a reading for you. And I'm going to use my enchanted map deck. Now, I use this deck a lot for missing people, and I use it for the images, but I'm going to try to use it for the sayings on here. And this is an advanced deck. Okay, I would say that. It doesn't have sayings that really make sense. You have to look a little bit deeper, okay? Okay, so Trish, I'm not going to lie, this deck scares me. Okay. So, peaks of joy, Trish. So this is telling me that I feel like, look, it's the number 33 too. This is about believing that you deserve miracles, believing that miracles exist, believing that life is not about chasing the small moments of joy, that life can be one big leap of joy. Oh, look, there's 33 people in here now. And so I feel deeply that this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a lot of depression with small little instances of hope, but then you kind of go back into a sadness. And I feel like you need to realize, or you need to tell yourself over, that miracles are possible, to expect miracles, to invite miracles, to embrace miracles, to that you're worthy of a miracle, okay? That you're worthy of something good. Because right now I just feel like your energy is too low, and you're not experiencing enough happiness in your life, okay? I hope that helped you. Depression can be really hard. Look, you guys want to know the reality of depression? Depression is like when somebody says, I've had a shitty life. Okay, somebody says that to you. I've had a shitty life. You know what that is? You're literally a life. What is a life? Think about life. Life is a series of thoughts, a series of memories that we keep in chronological order in our heads and replay it. That's it. That's what our life is chronological. Is memories in chronological order. So, someone says, what religion do you think has it all figured out? I don't think one religion has it all figured out. I think there's a difference between spirituality and religion. I think religion is community-based, and you need a lot of support for other people for some reason. There's just a lot of community or a lot of other people or group effort. And spirituality is within you, and it's only one way, which is your way. There is no right or wrong way. It's just your way. And now that we get into the idea of like religion and things like that, and groups, maybe I'll talk about another show. We'll kind of talk about group mentality and obedient behavior and the effects that groups have on people and the effects groups have on the ability to change people's behavior. So that's kind of why I go towards the individual instead of more of the religious, because I believe that everything that you have or you need to heal is all within you, that you have the ability to do it for yourself, to yourself, that nobody is judging you on how good or bad you do except for yourself. And you have the ability to judge yourself or not judge yourself. And it's all within you. Nobody's going to do it for you except for you. And, a lot of people use the term God. I might use the term the universe. So I believe in an energy, and I believe that we were all one energy, one consciousness. I believe that the intelligence that it took to create this world is beyond our capacity and capability of understanding. I believe that the intelligence is so intelligent that it'd be like a 2D object trying to stare at a 3D object. They couldn't see it. They wouldn't be able to see it. It would look like a flat circle. It doesn't make sense. So So yeah, that's kind of like my ideas on religion. Do I believe there is one universal energy? Yeah, but I think it's a collective energy, and I think we all have control over it, which is why we all go through things together, like the Great Awakening or the Great Resignation, or, like we all go through behaviors similarly at the same time. And I think it's because we all have a collective consciousness and we're all feeling the same feelings deep down inside. We just may not know where they're coming from. So the best, I'm just going to leave it at this. Okay. So the afterlife, a lot of people ask me like, what happens after you die? This is the best way that I figured out how to kind of tell you or help you imagine what it's really like. Now, I think we have it distorted. I think we think that life here on Earth is this amazing thing that we don't want to leave. But Earth is an experience like vacation to me. Like if you're going to a hotel for vacation in the Bahamas or something, you're leaving your family and everyone you know, and you're going to this place and you're going to meet new people and you're going to have new experiences and it's going to be fun. Maybe it's not going to be so fun. Maybe you're going to have to figure some new things out. But eventually your time ends at this vacation and you turn around and you go home and you go back to what you know and to what feels comfortable. So when we come here to Earth, I believe we're leaving, it was a choice, first of all, and I believe we're leaving a collective conscious mind where nothing tangible exists. It's very abstract and very thought, and maybe our thought exists, but like we don't physically have a being, okay? And when we go back to this place where time doesn't exist or our life never really exists, we just see that we signed up for an experience. We signed up to experience Earth, to experience life. And, some people also ask me about aliens. What do I think about aliens? I think they're just other beings who decided to take a different journey, to go to a different world or a different planet. And it's like a 2D object seeing a 3D object. Maybe they can see us and we can't see them because we're in a different dimension. Who the hell knows? Okay, but nothing is scary, and I'll tell you that. If anything's scary, Earth and life is scary. That's about it. Okay, let's go. One more reading, and then I'm gonna head out, guys. And I'll be back next week with some new content, some new readings. And please book that reading and you'll get that reading back to you this weekend. If you're looking for any clarity, anything about relationships, your own self, your own journey, your own spiritual gifts, connecting to your angels and your guides, let me know. All right, Shannon. Amen. Earth and life is scary. Yeah. Okay, Shannon. Follow the leader. Okay, so this is telling me that there is a road that will be paved for you if it's not already there. And I feel like you just can't miss it. Will you? I feel, okay, someone is going to initiate something for you. And you just might have to take their lead and you just might have to go with the flow and things are going to start to open up for you. It's almost like I feel like it's an opportunity, but it's coming from someone who kind of knows the field, if that makes sense. So if someone takes you under their wing, or you get a new teacher, whether it's a new teacher or a guide or a boss or something like that, I feel like that it's safe for you to learn from this person. It's safe for you to follow this person or follow in their footsteps. Okay? Thank you so much for being here, guys. I'm Katie Maike. I'm a psychic medium and intuitive life coach. I'll leave my TikTok special up for another 15 minutes. So if you're looking for a reading, and maybe you're just kind of looking for clarity on your life. Maybe you're looking for an energy reading on clarity on your own emotions and what's going on and what needs to be healed in your life. Ask me for an energy reading. If you want information on your North Node and your true life destiny, book a North Node reading. Tell me your birth date, time, and place. I'll look at your astrology chart and I'll tell you what you're most well known for. I'll tell you your comfort zone and your qualities and what area of life you need to bring it into in order to be successful. Yeah, you can get some clarity on your career. Make sure that you put your birth date, time, and place in there. Otherwise, I'm just going to be able to do an energy reading on you, and I'll be able to basically describe any visuals I get of your future work. Okay? So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being here, Gary. I saw you throughout. I know I did a reading for you, but I hope you heard that reading. Okay? How much impact does the chart ruler have? So, When I do your North Node reading, I am not reading any squares, trines, oppositions of your North Node. I am just particularly going to be telling you the skills and the energies that you're going to need to, what direction you're going to need to move in. The trines and oppositions and squares are going to tell you whether or not something's going to be easy or hard for you, or what energy might be difficult, or what some things that you might find easy, some things you might find difficult in your journey. But I don't think that's completely necessary. I just looked at my houses, the energy, and my MC, which is your midheaven, the highest, I think it's the most northern point in the sky when you're born. And this is what you're most well known for. Combine all of those things together and you basically have an idea of what a person should look like, or what their career or life path should look like to fulfillment. Okay? Sorry, Gary, I can't go back and reread it, your message, but this weekend, this live will be posted on my YouTube page, which is called the Meta Movement. I am a believer in all natural products, in metaphysical tools, in spirituality, and even in psychology. So next week I am going to use this new dialectic behavioral deck that I got, and this is 52 decks that come from 2 physicians that created this deck to help you to regulate your emotions. So I'm going to show you this deck. I'm going to make this available for you because this is like having a pocket psychiatrist, guys. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me. Please go ahead and look at some of the missing persons cases that are on my page. If you can help in any way, please comment and do so. Anything that we can do to get these kids and these people's faces out there to help solve their crimes. I just feel so drawn to helping people that don't have a voice. So thank you so much for being here. And I hope to see some of you guys book readings. I'll connect with you that way. Okay? Take care, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Bye-bye. Light and love.